working on their third and transitions right now.
1-1. Side out, point, 2.
Pisnik unable to reset there. She's a 43-year-old from Slovenia who had a great professional tennis career, got up to 29 in the world in 2004.
Side out, also trains with Colin Johns, and she has definitely stepped up her game in this last year and attributes him as,
2-2.
as you know, the coach that's helped her get to this point.
Aggressive from Rohrabacher.
Point, 3.
She does a really good job at setting herself up in points.
3-2.
With aggressive dinks.
Point. Four, 2. Side out, point, 3.
Tough place to be in an aggressive position right there, a few feet behind the kitchen line.
3-4.
Where the opponents are going to have more room to hit to.
Side out, point.
DC Pickleball Club doing a great job at the kitchen line when they're the returning team, keeping the pressure on the Ranchers.
Side out, point.
Rohrabacher trying to catch Pisnik off guard with the speed up, sailed on her.
4-5.
A lot of topspin on that Rohrabacher Tui.
Yeah, that counts as an aggressive dink. I mean, you're usually supposed to slow the ball down with the dink, but you could also play aggressively with it. Yeah, she forces the opponent to move in certain directions with that topspin applied to her dinks. And she's been catching Etta right off of that sideline, which is good for her because then she could move down the middle on her put away.
Point.
A little too high on that one from Rohrabacher. Etta right looking for that backhand flick.
6-6.
Oh, there's the power from Glasman.
Out, point.
Really
7.
leans into that one.
Yeah, she's probably the hardest hitting player on the female
7-6.
side in MLP.
And that hits Pisnik, so although the ball sailed out, it is going to be the point to DC.
Point. 8-6.
Rancher is definitely putting the ball on Rachel Rohrabacher, but she's doing a really good job at controlling the point herself. So mixing in some dinks over to Vivian and putting some more shots on her wouldn't be a bad idea for the Ranchers.
Point 7.
Again, right, leaning in, looking for that flick. She does it both so well on the forehand and backhand sides.
Right, 15th overall pick for Texas. Pisnik went 30th overall, but at this point, she's looking like the steal of the draft because in the player ranking, she's second, only behind Annalie Waters.
Etta Wright trying to find her groove right now. She's missed a lot of forehand dinks so far in the beginning of this game. You see teammate Christian Alshon coming onto the court, pumping up their girls. They need this point.
There it is from Wright.
Yeah, Rachel Rohrbacher has popped up just a few dinks, and maybe that's why they're keeping the ball on her.
Gorgeous combination by DC. Glasman on the lob, Rohrbacher on the drop volley.
Yeah, that's a great play. Getting both opponents out of position. Tina Pisnik not able to get to that short ball, showing a little frustration after that point.
Glasman, great reaction to the speed up, throws up a hand to apologize afterwards, but DC Pickleball with an excellent start in this one. Some of the headliners.
Etta Wright again with that forehand in the middle, struggling with that shot.
By the way, I hear Scheffler is a very good pickleball player.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Good eyes there by Texas.
9-14. Side out, point, 15.
A lot of errors on the Rancher side.
15-9.
It's a really nice dig by Rohrbacher to initiate the offense. Took that ball off of her shoelaces and did well with it.
Nice
resets from the Ranchers, as Glasman and Rohrbacher have been so aggressive this matchup in this game.
10-16.
Crossbody, Rachel Rohrbacher, nice little speed up, wasn't too aggressive. Caught Tina Pisnik off guard there.
17-10.
Not that time.
Yeah, she's like, okay, I could go crossbody. How about down the line? But Tina Pisnik was definitely there to counter that one.
11-17.
There's Etta Wright at her finest. That's where she plays so well, is being aggressive at the net, but very controlled.
12-17.
Nice take from Vivian Glasman.
Oh, miss it there by Glasman. She has a chuckle about it. Did seem like a gust of wind came over the court as she mishit that, so maybe could be attributed.
You could see the gusts are going behind the backs, from behind the backs of Tina Pisnik and Etta Wright from the
14-18.
Ranchers. Great spot from Rachel Rohrabacher. So smooth off of the bounce.
Rohrabacher has been a force
19-14.
offensively.
And around the post, but just wide from Rohrabacher.
It's always a great angle on it. That Pisnik reset just hung up there, but also Glosman at 5'11", is it more difficult to get the ball to bounce in front of her?
Right foot.
Oh, Tina Pisnik with the foot fault there. But answering your question, yeah, it's definitely difficult.
Time in, 21-15.
Just like that, Rohrabacher looking to speed up on Pisnik, just missed that last finish.
A good timeout for the Ranchers. They were down by 6 on the timeout.
Side out, point, 22.
Tina Pisnik, I have never seen her make so many errors ever in my life in one game.
Backhand high volley flick from Pisnik.
Beautiful shot there, as she was called for a foot fault the last time she attempted that one. So good on her for adjusting and
17-22.
letting the team know that they can't do that anymore. Wow, Etta Wright with the defense and getting up to that kitchen line so patiently. Great play from Etta Wright.
18-22.
A little too forced there from Etta.
DC continues to tee off. 5-point lead, 2 points away from victory.
Oh no, that ball was right in the middle. There was some miscommunication as both Etta Wright and Tina Pisnik had big backswings to put that away. Something you don't see often here. Glossman, Rachel Rohrabacher playing so aggressively. They were playing to their style, what they enjoy and strive on most. Great
change for the team was really Pablo for Q.
Game 2, time in.
Interesting stuff, Gil.
0-0.
I like the moves from the ownership.
Some theorized that they didn't want Pablo to join another premier team, so they traded him to a challenger team, and then they dropped Emmerich.
Wow, that's some crazy strategy there.
They're playing chess.
Christian Alshon looking for the spot on Dekel bar, the right shoulder, because Dekel sits so heavy with his backhand there on the right
2-0.
side. The pressure from the Nottowichan bar. Very much like their women's team. Aggressive
3-0.
and relentless.
Side out, point, one.
I haven't seen anyone hit ground strokes as hard as Kwang Duong.
1-3.
Yeah, and you see it there. Perfect example on that drive. He just gets so down, and he puts so much spin on the ball, and it still stays low.
Side out, point, 4.
So DC Pickleball Club might be changing up and going out over to Christian Alshon on the return.
4-2.
Dekel bar, a little high on that dink. A little tentative there. Kwang Dong is going to take full advantage of that.
3-4.
An overswing there from Dekel bar with a two-hander.
Kwang Duong, just 18 years old, resides in Manhattan Beach, of Vietnamese heritage.
Nottowich looking for an opportunity to speed things up, but misses. That net got in the way.
5-4.
Hate to see that.
Side out, point,
He's bringing the heat on the serve as well. Now, he's got kind of a Western forehand grip.
Yes, he does.
5-5.
Really whipping that ball.
Play there from Alshon. Kwang Duong is still training in tennis, and he's an excellent player. He won the Orange Bowl in the 16s.
Little forced here from DC Pickleball team. Texas Rangers are kind of just being consistent, aggressively consistent, and now ahead by 2. It's tough. When you are in a defensive position, you rarely see players driving from the mid-court zone, and Kwang Duong is one of the only ones that I see doing that right now and really changing the game.
When Duong first started playing pickleball, he focused on singles.
Yeah, spectacular singles player.
Absolute thunderbolt from Q. It's amazing how quickly he's come onto the scene and really found success in pickleball. Was a top 20 player in PPA singles just a couple of months after starting.
Ranchers bringing full heat here on championship court. Something that the DC pickleball team need to do is they need to slow it down by just blocking and not counter up at the kitchen line so they could slow the ball down and force the Ranchers into a dink rally.
Point. (11-6).
It's huge serving by Texas. It's rare you see 2 service points won in a couple of swings.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of DC's serves, and now I'm just swinging over to the Ranchers and going, hey, who's strong on their serves?
What a get by Alshon, but he popped it up and bar finished.
Again, they slowed it down into that kitchen. That's what they're looking to do. It's just so hard to change the pace on the ball when it's coming so fast at you. Big swing from Christian Alshon. Not sure what he was aiming for, but it looked like it was Ignatowicz.
Alshon has celebrated in Ignatowicz's direction a couple of times in this game as well.
8-12.
There from Ignatowicz.
Yeah, he sits backhand so heavily that he slid over to the center of the court to just put the smack down on that. Great angle.
9-12.
Deckel bar with a Burt. So big from the man himself, Deckel.
Trying to get as tight as possible before the end change at 13.
10-12.
Wong and Alshon up 3 at the end change over Ignatowicz and Barr.
Point.
Texas getting so much out of their serve.
14-10.
ATP by Ignatowicz.
Wasn't sure if he was going to take that or not. He held his position for such a long time.
11-14.
And finally pulled the trigger there. Oh, that ball stays in. Ignatowicz with a backhand flick right down the middle.
Duong somewhat similarly to what we saw from Rachel Rohrabacher, mostly topspin on the dinks.
Yes.
12-14.
Remember, topspin helps with the dinks. You're aggressive and you can move your opponent around without the ball being attackable.
Point, 15.
Pickleball going for the defensive lob, sails just long.
15,
the Ranchers are fired up right now.
Duong just clubs it right at Deckelbar.
It's so tough to get him out of the way when you're
16-12.
time on the ATP. Big celebration from Alshon. Ignatowicz and Barr both standing at 6'3".
Wow. Got some statues on Team DC Pickleball.
17-12.
Oh, I'm lucky off the net for Kwang Duong. Playing so well right now. He just has such good energy. Every ball, he's living MLP right now. He's taking every shot and giving it its fullest every single opportunity he has.
13-17.
So aggressive on the dink from Duong. And Alshon cleans it all up with the forehand drive winner.
Yeah, I really want to see DC work the middle a little bit more so they take away the angles from their opponents.
Back in Kansas City,
18-13.
DC out of the timeout, down 5.
I like that spot from DUPR, just places it right in the middle to the backhand of Christian Alshon. I feel like that's what they need to do in order to close the gap and hopefully tie things up here in this match, or in this game, excuse me.
And that drops in. Worth noting the serve of Barr. You see he tosses it up. That would be illegal in PPA, but MLP rules on the serve are more lenient.
Point 19.
Little net drama there in the middle of the point. Everyone held their breath there. Ignatowicz looking a little flat-footed. You usually see him bounce
19-15.
a billion times before every single shot.
Point.
Looking alive on that one.
Yeah, it's almost as if they're getting used to Kwang Duong's pace, where it was catching them off guard early.
16-19.
Barr getting pumped up off his big serve there. Slowly but surely gaining some momentum here after that timeout.
$17-19.
Again, it's Texas absorbing, DC actually absorbing the pace that Kwang Duong is sending their way.
Nice return from Christian Alshon. That ball stayed down. It's hard to be aggressive on a shot like that, where you have to hit up on the ball.
20-18.
Again, that's a spot that Barr and Ignatowicz are looking for against the Ranchers. Right in the middle or to the backhand side of Christian Alshon. It's not about just getting it back anymore. It's about where you're getting that ball back. Accuracy is very important.
19-20.
Again, Ignatowicz Barr, big serves. And now you could definitely sense that shifting things here.
20-20.
All knotted up at 20. Back-to-back unreturned serves.
Texas, 21-20.
And that draws a timeout.
I would love that. A good timeout for the Ranchers, as mentioned. Notably returning over to DUPR.
21-21.
Does a great job at noticing that all the deans are coming to the middle and speeds up unexpectedly.
22-21.
Ignatowicz responds.
Point 22.
Expect a huge serve from DUPR. Such a crucial moment right now. Both teams just 3 points away from the game.
22-22.
Have to win on serve.
So good from DUPR. He knows that that's going to set up his point. He's not expecting to win on a missed return. He's expecting to win on a big third.
23-22.
Finds the spot on DUPR.
And again, he's been working that backhand dink and that forehand dink, causing Ignatowicz to pop up that ball. Again, that spot from DUPR is so important. That's a shot that they need to look for if they want to get this game.
So many times Alshon has been left wanting, trying to reset on his backhand.
24-23.
Game point.
Side out, point 24.
Oh, DUPR goes too big, but he's okay with that.
Everything's a trade-off, right? When you hit your serve that aggressively.
It's risky. It is definitely risky, but he counts on it. He's won more than he's lost on it.
24-24. I'll recall. 24-24. Side out, point 25.
I felt like Christian Alshon second guessed what he was going to do. DUPR knew he hit a dead dink, set the ball up pretty high, and Ignatowicz does a great job at getting out of the way.
25-24.
Second game point for a 2-0 lead for DC.
Side out, point
Ignatowicz looking for that backhand flick, but it sails long. Patience plays a huge role in this game.
Kwang Duong with the backhand right down Broadway.
Ignatowicz, again, trying to be persistent on that backhand flick to see if he could get away with it.
It's a Kwang Duong takeover. It's 2 game points saved.
They are to the sport.
Game 3. Time
so
in.
it looks like we have
0-0.
Ignatowicz and Rohrabacher.
Big start from
Side out,
James
point,
Ignatowicz.
1. 1-0. Side out, point 1.
Players looking for that third shot drive
1-1.
on very low shots. It's a very difficult task.
Side out, point 2.
Net tape and long.
2-1. Side out, point 2.
That's one of those, Michelle, where you have Ignatowicz looking down at the court after missing.
Yeah, the ball's
2-2.
playing so differently right now.
So, absolute
Side out,
hammers
point
there
3.
from Rachel Rohrabacher.
As we mentioned in her women's doubles, she just goes. She just plays however she wants to her own
3-2.
rhythm. And that's what's been making her a star on the DC Pickleball team.
Miscommunication. It goes by Wright and Alshon.
We saw that in women's doubles too with Tina Pisnik and Etta Wright. They're just so nice to each other. They're like, oh, that could be your shot. When you have two
4-2.
aggressive players, it's tough to know who takes that middle shot sometimes.
Side out, point
Nice reach
3.
from Christian Alshon taking the opportunity.
Three, 4. Point.
And interesting from the Ranchers, Etta Wright and women's plays the left. Christian Alshon plays the right.
4-4.
And now they're reversing the rules. So a very, adverse team here. Such a good
Side
play
out,
from
point
Rachel
5.
Rohrabacher. She pushes off the line for a reset and then sneaks in after her reset to counter. That's very high IQ pickleball right there.
Rohrabacher
5-4.
has been so outstanding in Kansas City. Record stands at 5-0.
Point.
Tight, but called out by both Ignatowicz and Rohrabacher. There's a situation earlier where you had
6-4.
one player call it out, one player call it in, and everybody learned that it's the in call that supersedes it.
Side out, point 5. Five, 6.
Whoa, Ignatowicz
Side out,
with
point.
a heavy,
7.
heavy overhead there. That ball, I've never seen a ball on overhead hit that hard.
I mean, Etta Wright was on the back fence there,
Right.
and it still hit her.
Yeah, it still couldn't get out of the way. Gives you an idea
7-5.
how fast this ball is traveling. And Etta Wright
Side out,
responds.
point 6.
She's like, oh yeah, I could do this.
She's very calm and collected at
Oh,
all
yeah.
times.
6-7.
Best composure.
Point.
when you slow down the ball against Rachel
7-7.
She kind of has second thoughts on where she wants to go.
Oh, it was there, but
Side
just
out,
long
point, 8.
from right.
8-7. Point. Yeah.
A little sip of water for Alshon as it is 130 degrees on court.
Yeah, and he brings his water bottle over to his towel. So what does that tell you? You think he's kind of feeling it out there?
I think all the players are feeling it right now. It's the last day of the event, and it's the hottest one.
Side out, point, 8.
Usually here, Ignatovic and Rohrabacher, they're usually louder on the court.
8-9.
And I think this environment's definitely affecting them. Oh.
Side out, point, 10.
Rachel Rohrabacher going down the middle, and she counters with the ball that goes downwards, and that's what makes it
10-8.
so hard to reset, right? Because it's not coming in hard, and she's basically giving you nothing to work with.
Side out, point, 9. Nine, 10.
Great speed
Side
up by
out, point,
Ignatovic
11.
at right.
Also wanted to know that big, heavy Christian Alshon drive, Rachel Rohrabacher with her backhand just calmly is able to put her paddle on it and keep the point alive. One of the toughest things to do off of a drive like that coming from Alshon.
Rachel Rohrabacher played her college tennis at South Carolina and went straight from college tennis to pickle, which I think we're going to see a lot more of.
11-9.
Ignatovic played at Vanderbilt.
Wow,
Side out, point, 10.
incredible spot from Christian Alshon. So casual with that backhand roll cross court.
Ten, 11. Point.
So two things that surprised me in this match: Ignatovic and Tina Pisnik.
11-11.
They usually play so high percentage and miss nothing.
Nearly
Side
another
out,
error
point,
for
12.
Ignatovic. It turns into a winner off the Caterpillar.
Caterpillar net.
Yes, the Caterpillar.
So we come up with a new term when the ball rolls on the net and goes over. We call it the caterpillar.
That's right.
I like that term.
Spread the word.
12-11.
Good spot from
Point. Timeout
Ignatovic.
change ends. 13-11. DC.
Oh, that initiates the change of ends. This has been a very tight.
Side out, point, 12.
Nice placement by Etta Wright. We're going to look to see her playing a lot more aggressively to Rachel Rohrabacher.
12-13.
defense.
Painful miss.
Yes. And the defense from Christian Alshon. He knows that if you get the ball back over just one last time, you never know.
That's right back to work for Ignatovic. He wipes away the last point and comes up big.
Mentally strong there from him and lightning speed hands.
14-13. Side out, point, 14. (14-14). Side out, point, 15.
Even with the couple misses into the net and a whiff there on that last point, Ignatovic is still energized right now. I think he's actually pumped it up a little bit after that end change.
15-14.
DC Pickleball needs that. They need this win for mixed.
Oh, yeah. Great combination from Rohrabacher and Ignatovic.
(16-14). Side out, point, 15.
Nice little change up there from Christian Alshon. Nice little off-pace ball.
15-16. Side out, point, 17.
A little bit of indecision there from Etta Wright.
Yeah, she just needs to play aggressive. Doesn't matter who's your partner. You just play aggressive. It doesn't matter if you clash paddles in the middle.
That was lined up for Ignatovic.
Yeah, he's had some opportunities, Gil.
(16-17). Side out, point, 18.
Rachel Rohrabacher and DC come through with the win here. I think Rachel has a good chance for MVP.
Yeah.
Should be 6-0.
MVP for the event, that's for sure.
18-16.
And a great leave there by Rohrabacher.
A little frustration from Christian Alshon. Not happy with himself on that miss.
His back-to-back misses for the 7th overall pick.
19-16.
From Boca Raton, Florida. He tucked that in right past Ignatovic.
What a shot.
There's more barbecue restaurants per capita than any major city in the world. No good, so
17.
Texas out of the timeout, dropped their first point, and, oh.
17-20.
Called in, actually. So right with the winner. 3-point game.
What a strong return from Ignatovic in that back corner. Christian Alshon could not get his feet set up for that one.
21-17.
aggressive.
He was looking for that counter for the second time. Ignatowicz is looking really good. He's bending his knees now. He's a lot more active with his feet towards the end of this game. That's dangerous for the Ranchers.
22-17.
The Caterpillar.
The Caterpillar
point,
for
18.
Alshon. Ernie Caterpillar.
The Ernie Caterpillar. Let's take a look at that again. Just
18,
rolling
22.
off that net.
Side out point, 23.
Ignatowicz always looking for that opportunity, prowling at the net for that poach.
23-18.
Oh, that is pretty stuff all around.
Side out
Oh
point,
my
19.
goodness. Christian Alshon gets the Ranchers out of position, but Etta Wright sees that and moves
19-23.
over so well.
Oh. Right, unable to, or excuse me, Alshon unable to make that stab. Nice speed up on the two-way from Rohrabacher. And a game point for DC.
24-19.
What a point.
What a way to save the game. My goodness. Everyone was out of position there. The ATP defended. Wow. Christian Alshon gets
Coming
his
over.
paddle. Wow. Some chaos on championship court here.
Rohrabacher with a decent look in the
20-24.
end there.
Point.
Just wide there from Rachel Rohrabacher.
21-24.
Big time backhand flick from Ignatowicz to earn a second game point for DC.
And it looks like Alshon's going to take a sip. James Ignatowicz is going to go over to the towel. Rachel Rohrabacher is going to take a deep breath. Big point here.
24-21.
Good pressure from Christian Alshon.
Turn went to Ignatowicz, and
22-24.
DC could never get established. A sizzling Ernie from Christian Alshon.
Not only was that Ernie gorgeous, but Etta Wright with a defensive block from James Ignatowicz's overhead. That was the most impressive shot of that point.
Timeout DC, 23-24.
Just 1 point away. Rohrabacher and Ignatowicz, and DC takes the timeout.
Yeah, this is an important opportunity for DC to keep the lead here and review what they need to do. If Ignatovic gets the third shot, he needs to drop it in. He's a better presence at the net. There's no rush in getting that game point. Christian Alshon doing a good job at being active at the net. You could see here, he's covering the middle of the court and looking for that bait from...
After video review, there was no fault on that call. The rally will play as stands as played. You've lost one free challenge, 2 free challenges remaining, 3 free challenges remaining. We'll resume play at 23-24.
Texas looking to tie.
Time in. 23-24. Side out.
And after all of that, Gil, it goes back into the hands of DC Pickleball team for their third
24-23.
Spectacular defensive stab from Etta Wright. She keeps Texas alive.
Etta Wright, my goodness, with the resets. Not only here, but this entire game.
24-24.
Absurd.
Side out point,
popped it
25.
up, and Ignatovic is able to fire it right at right. Game point 4.
25-24.
A big move
Point
from
game,
Ignatovic as he
26-24,
goes in
DC.
front of Rachel Rohrbacher for the poach and take the first mixed doubles game.
Pisnik on
Game
the near
4.
right.
Time in.
Long on the near left.
0-0. Point.
Deckelbar on your far side, playing the left for DC, alongside Vivian Glosman
1-0.
on the right.
Side out point, 1. One.
Incredible from Kwang Duong, putting tremendous pressure on the DC Pickleball team. He is on fire here for the Ranchers.
Two, 1. Point.
And still just playing out of his mind right now with those drives on the third.
3-1.
What a recovery
Side out
there
point, 2.
from DC after the dink was popped up by Glosman. She was able to make the block.
You know more than anyone that you
2-3.
popped up a ball. So instead of cowering away, she goes and covers where she needs to make sure she's in the point. Big move from
Point.
DUPR. Again, with the big poaches.
That is explosive by the man
3-3.
from Israel.
Side out,
Vivian
point
Glossman
4.
just getting a DUPR show. She's just watching in awe, but couldn't quite get that reset there.
4-3.
Gorgeous Ernie there
Side
by
out,
Glossman.
point 4.
Playing against the tallest mixed team in MLP. Got to get that ball low. Got to hit to the feet.
4-4.
Yeah, that's a tough task.
DUPR 6'3", Glossman 5'11".
Point.
Again, Tina Pisnik with the miss there. Watch for the DC pickleball team to kind of target her in these
5-4.
points. And that ball stays in.
That might be the wind. I'll tell you, it wasn't even close. That was in front of the baseline.
It is
6-4.
gusty here in Kansas City. The hottest day and the gustiest day. I love it.
Volley.
Side
I
out,
love that
point
shot.
5.
I love it. I mean, he meant to block that ball, and it ended up being a drop volley, but that's exactly what you need to do when 2
5-6.
players are well behind the baseline.
What a play by Kwong
Point.
Kwong.
And what a get by Tina Pisnik. Vivian Glossman just really disguises that lob off of the volley. And the Ranchers do a really good job at
6-6.
staying in the point and staying aggressive.
Point.
Incredible.
There's that rolled aggressive dink on the Tui of Duong.
It's tough because you want to keep that ball in the middle or over to Tina, and he's doing such a great job at moving everywhere on the court.
7-6.
Where do you go against this kid?
Sensational. Kwong Duong showing why he's taken the pickleball world by storm
8-6.
for this Texas Ranchers team.
And that's
Side
the
out,
play.
point
They want to
7.
get that return over to Tina Pisnik. And if not, you got to get Kwong Dong over to the backhand
7-8.
corner where he's not hitting his beautiful forehand drive.
Side out,
Remember
point
Duong,
9.
undrafted, an injury replacement that ended up getting signed permanently. Now 12th
9-7.
in the players' rankings.
It's just so
Point.
incredible to see Kwong Duong so aggressive in the mid-court. And I just don't see that play ever from anyone on the tour. Just ripping away in the mid-court there, and it's working to his advantage. I mean, it's
10-7.
incredible.
Side
That
out,
ball
point
stays in.
8.
Tina Pisnik getting a good look at it.
It's his pace and his ability to dip the ball with pace
8-10.
that allows him to do that, right?
Yeah, Kwong Dong, like
Side
as
out,
we
point
mentioned, he has
11.
that Western grip, and he's able to do so much with it. A lot of players play continental, and don't get the type of dip that
11-8.
he does on the ball.
Oh, she
Side out,
ripped it
point
and thought
9.
she had it. It goes just long.
And that's a traditional mixed doubles point that you normally see the girls going cross court and then trying
9-11.
to create something for themselves. Tina had the right idea there. DUPR
Side
trying
out,
it
point
himself.
12.
Hey, could I be aggressive in midcourt?
12-9.
What a
Side out,
stab by
point
Barr.
10.
Call that the scorpion. Just raise your paddle up and squat down.
10-12.
Hey, DUPR knew that that ball was going to come by fast, but if you notice, that ball was very shallow into the kitchen, and you can't attack there. It's just you're too close. You can't. You have to be hitting up on the ball,
11-12.
and it's just really hard to drive off of.
There's a better speed
Side out,
up
point
from
13.
Blanc.
Timeout change ends. 13-11,
to
Texas.
the end change. Two playoff teams going at it here, and they've certainly looked like it.
Time in. 13-11. Side out,
Holding her
point
own
12.
in that point. If you notice, she hits a lot of balls out of the air, dinks them back. So it doesn't, you don't know when she's going to attack or when she's going to dink. She has you on your toes.
12-13.
Oh, that
Side
was
out, point
close for
14.
Glossman.
That was the right idea, though. She saw Hongrong out of position. Saw that line. It's a risky shot. It's low percentage, as there's not a lot of court there.
Let, reserve. 14-12. Side out, point
Go
13.
from aggressive, aggressive, aggressive to a soft touch.
Oh, he looked a little more comfortable with the aggressive on that occasion.
13-14.
Right.
Ooh, serve
Side out,
called
point
out. We've
15.
mentioned DUPR's aggressive serve strategy.
He's missed one in this matchup,
15-13.
in this game here, and one in the men's doubles game. So that's his allotment there.
Yep.
Point.
Vivian Glossman got what she wanted there. She overswung on the second counter.
16.
Able to laugh
16-13.
it off. Trying to keep it light out there.
Side out, point
Yeah,
14.
she has such a great attitude. She's just enjoying herself out there, playing her best.
Glossman was working at a hospital
14-16.
while studying to become a physician assistant. Pisnik upset with herself
Point.
for missing the angle.
It's the first time I've seen Bar speed up on the backhand off of a bounce. He usually attacks out of the air, so not only did I get caught off guard, so did Tina Pisnik.
Yeah, and just to finish the Glosman story,
15-16.
she ran out of PTO, and that's when she knew it was time to go full pickle.
Side out
and
point,
there's the second
17.
miss serve from Bar. So she said, hey, I have these pickleball events to go to. Can I get more PTO? And they said, we can't do anything about your
17-15.
status as a professional athlete. I'm sorry. So she said, okay, and I quit.
Side out point, 16.
Big point there for DC Pickleball team. They've been trailing in this game, so they're looking for some energy and momentum.
16-17. Side out point,
Bar looking
18.
to take advantage of Quang Duong pinching the middle, and he just pushes it wide.
(18-16).
This is the part
Side
of the
out
game
point,
here. It's
17.
nearing towards the end. You have to play high percentage here. Every shot, you have to take
17-18.
every opportunity and play high percentage. No misses here.
Bar was listening to you, Michelle, because he took a ton off of that serve, made sure to get it in, and still set him up nicely as he finds that forehand finish from the middle.
18-18.
Attack mode once again from Bar.
That was a beautiful drive. You saw that ball dipping. It's funny, it's almost like Bar hits down to the
19-18.
ball instead of up because he's so tall.
What a return
Side out
there.
point, 19.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Bar trying to take that one as the ball was in the middle.
19-19.
See the big serve of Quang Duong now.
Side out point, 20.
That was an important leave for DC Pickleball team.
(20-19). Side out point.
Vivian Glossman did such a
20.
good job at coming over and covering for Bar, but when you're out of position like that, you have to slow the ball down or block. She just took a full swing. Quang Duong took advantage of that.
Side out point, 21.
Tina Pisnik struggling with that third.
Yeah, you've mentioned that she's just seemed a little bit off all day, and Pisnik came into the day
21-20.
second in the players' ranking. She's been one of the best in the world.
Side out point,
Interesting
21.
to see DC Pickleball Club again speeding up from mid-court. Both players are not established there. It's not a position to be aggressive in, unless you're Quang Duong.
21-21.
Rules don't apply to him.
Bar
point,
knows where to
22.
go on Tina Pisnik as he pokes the ball over to her. He's not overhitting, he's just picking the right spots.
Such effortless power swatting away that winner.
22-21. Side out point, 22.
Vivian Glossman was so surprised that she missed that ball so long as there was a gust of wind.
22-22.
That ties it at 22.
Point.
That's huge for Ranchers. That is big.
Christian Alshon on the sideline shouting, every point counts.
23-22.
Aggressive dink.
Side out, point, 23.
The put away.
If I were the Ranchers, I would try to find Deckelbar's backhand. They're targeting Vivian, but that's what Deckel wants.
23-23.
Wow, Vivian Glosman gets to that lob off the paddle of Kwang Duong, puts it.
After review, rally stands as played, no fault. Texas, you lose another video challenge, or one, you have two free challenges remaining. DC, 2 free challenges remaining. We'll proceed. Resume play at 24-23.
So even though the challenge didn't go their way, it was a good timeout for the Ranchers, but we'll find out for sure.
Yeah. Well, DC, a lot of time to think about the position they're in.
Time in,
Match
24-23.
point for an enormous victory.
Point game match, 25-23.
DC Pickleball team beats the Texas Ranchers and announced themselves as one of the top teams in the MLP.
Yeah, Ranchers.
Well, Deckel, there's been a lot of talk about the top 3 teams in the league being the Flash and the Shock and the Ranchers, but I think with your performance this weekend, people are going to start having to think about putting DC into that top tier.
Yeah, I think they already did. We showed it in the last event where we made finals and we're very close to winning. We have a great team all around. Everybody fights super hard and it's super fun to play with everybody. So no, we're in it to win it.
Great play, Vivian Glosman. Today was the hottest day of the event and there was gusty winds. Did that play any type of role in your missed serve or any of your shots out in the court today?
I really don't know what happened with my serve there. I usually don't miss my serves like that, but the heat definitely plays a factor. Everyone was dealing with the same thing, so just to pump up our teammates in times of need, I think we all came together in the end, and it was really great to see.
Vivian, I want to ask you about Rachel Rohrbrocker. Finishes Major League Pickleball Kansas City 6-0. Can you give her like a little promo for an MVP case? Rachel for MVP?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, of course. I love Rachel. She is such a hard worker, such a good teammate. Everyone knows that it can hear her on the sidelines, and I think that really comes through in important moments. So yes, big shout out to Rachel.
She's her.
Nice. And Deckelbar, do you want to give any shout outs as you guys have been crushing it on the court?
Shout out to our team. We got an amazing team behind us, not just us on court. So thanks, Kyle, Josh, Adam, our ownership group. They're all incredible. We couldn't do it without them.
Rachel and Deckel, thank you and congratulations on the big weekend here in Kansas City.